So, welcome everyone. So this is the Clinical Educators course, which I put this up. We talked a bit about it at the stakeholder meeting this morning. But it's been a long journey with colleagues here at Hangout, which certainly been a very rewarding journey, a very fruitful one, and one that just keeps on growing for us. And this was a picture of us. Hopefully turn the lights down. This is us in the, you might remember Mel, who came in country as well. You had Andrew there as myself, as we did workshops, the virtual workshops during COVID. So certainly this was a big journey. We've been working a lot around the Pacific since then. I'm very glad to be back here at Educator. So hands up who, we did run this previously, about a year and a half ago. Hands up if you were in the previous Educators course. Yeah, so 1, 2. Some people are not admitting to it. That's okay. Okay, good. So there are some people. For that, do speak up if you've got anything you want to share or any other things. It's kind of things where you go over them again, it really reinforces the concept. But there'll be anyone who has been on it before, even hasn't been on it before, if they want to contribute and actually have a bit more to say, please do. But it's been a great journey with you all, and it's great to do the Clinical Educators course again here. Now, you are all here because you are educational leaders already, and you're all leaders in your own right and educators in your own right as well, right? So you're all here because you've got an interest in learning. We were talking earlier on today about that education can have a huge impact in terms of the actual clinical care that's provided as well, and actually maximising that despite the resource setting itself. And all of these things here are actually around the foundations of your educational practice. Now, a lot of things you're going to find very familiar, and you're going to be like, actually, I know this already, I do this all the time, I do this from day to day. And sometimes you may do it, but not actually know the name that you put onto it, the label that you put onto it. But that's okay. I was talking to Dr. Rondap, and we were saying that, I did the graduate certificate of clinical SIM. Must be about 8 years ago. And I've already been working in SIM for a long time before that, but actually doing it really consolidated things and made me more effective as an educator, although I'm still learning from there. So you've all done the pre-course survey. I think we do rely heavily on data and evaluation, and that's key for you guys, because we want to do it relevant for you. So we're very keen to hear from you exactly what you want, exactly what's relevant to you. So at the end of it, if you want to fill in the things, say, please don't subject me to another 3 hours of recording. I'm not going to be talking for 3 hours, don't worry. But do give us feedback and see how else we can do it. The other thing to say is that we do listen to this, and we do change things, and we do alter it, respective of where we actually do within the setting. This is really small, and this is in the handbook, but these are the kind of things where we'll be visiting the learning objectives as we go through the course today. And these are all in your handbook, so don't worry, they should be there. And this is just being transparent. So a lot of the time there's kind of this deception among educators where you're kind of like, I can't tell the learners my learning objectives because I'll be giving away what I'm trying to teach. Why not? Tell them at the beginning. Tell them what I'm going to teach you, what I expect them to learn. Have it transparent, have it out there, and then tell them how you're going to achieve it for it. So you can see here, these things here, so like analyse the influences of learning within their own teaching context, describe different techniques for delivering structured feedback. All of those things we're going to be going through, and I'm going to be flagging the learning objectives as we go. And because you are educators and you're interested in it, have a think and say, have I achieved those objectives, or at least started to achieve those objectives with this session? If the answer is no, have a chat to either myself or Marika, and actually then we'll try and provide more opportunities or tailor it down to help you. So we want to know. This course, or the workshop more to the point, it may be different in structure and feel to what you've done before. it may be things that actually you decide how do they fit in, but it's been designed as a modular thing. So bear in mind that we run, the graduate certificate clinical sim, and that's a 24-point unit, and it takes, a year and a half to work through virtually all of those things as a part-time thing. So this is a very condensed version of that for the key essential things, and I hope that it'll make you think, make you want to learn more, and certainly we can provide you with more with the references as well, if you want to read as well. And interaction is vital, so there are actually little interaction spots where we'll have either talk in pairs or talk in groups, and then feedback to the main group. And we'll be cycling through people and rotating through who gives that feedback. And feedback to us is vital. So as I said with the post-course survey as well, we want to know, and this is also new to us, giving that kind of educational content to here. We have run it in many different places, including Myanmar, including the pivots in the Pacific Islands, so with Fiji National University, also in Solomon Islands and places like that. And we really want to know your feedback on how to make this more effective and efficient for you. So, what we're going to be talking about this afternoon, we're done the orientation already. We're going to talk about learning and the influences on learning. The assessing learners' needs is the second compartment. We're then going to talk about teaching and different approaches to teaching different teachers. We're going to the orientation, but any questions before we do that? Any questions before we do that?